Hello and welcome to Ohio Hobbies. This is This Week in Coin Roll Hunting. I believe it is number 17. It is the 17th week in a row that we have done a weekly wrap-up. And despite having the coin shortage that is affecting me, we have a great hunt here this week. I am not able to drop most of the coins that I get, so right now I'm having a hard time turning the inventory over. But that's alright because we still had a great week. Let's start with the half dollars. I had 2 boxes of half dollars, $1,000 in halves. Best find of that is the 73D DDO or double die verse. And while I'm going through this, I will try to bring up my computer with the scope so that I can show it to you under the scope. Then NIFCs, or not intended for circulation. We found the O2 Denver, O3 Philly, O5 Philly, an O6 Denver, 2011 Denver, and 2015 Philadelphia. The only other find of the hunt was a 1974 with a hole in it. I do show these, but I do not keep them. I send them back into the wild along with all the NIFCs. So the only thing that will be added to the collection this week is the DDO. The camera is still coming up, so we are going to go ahead and move on. I did only 1 box of quarters this week. It was just a simple $500 quarter box hunt. And this is what we found. We got an 04 Texas proof. Check this out. It has some circulation damage on it, but it is still obviously a nice proof. Then we have the 02S Indiana State proof. The back of that one's definitely had some goo. As you can see, it still has some cameo, but it's definitely been gooed on over the years. Then we did manage to fall upon 2 West Points. 2019 War in the Pacific and a 2020 Weir Farm with the privy mark. Look at that. It's always fun to come across those. And we add a Minnesota double die reverse. This is number 11. I think I can bring that up as well, even though it's on the PCGS website, as long as they don't ban me for using their site. Actually, I use Variety Vista for that. So let's go ahead, and the other one is the 2013 San Francisco Fort McHenry Business Strike. Now, this is not a proof, but I find this mintage is only 1.3 million. The W's that are so popular right now are a 2 million print run. So these business strikes to me are worth more than the W's, but the problem is the demand's not as high. So if the demand ever goes up on these, since there's such a lower print run, it's almost 700,000 less, I've been holding on to them because I believe in the future they're definitely going to move up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this other screen over here. We are going to go down to quarters. We will go to state quarters, double die reverse. That is a 2005 Minnesota. You can see all these. There are 90 different versions, and we happened to come across number 11, which was fantastic. It was right away. All right, right there it is, number 11. And what we're going to hone in on is that dot right there beside the tree. Let's get mine under the scope here. There's the dot beside the tree. Now, if you're still not sure, we can check even more. Let's go ahead and go down here. If you look, there's a die crack on the front above the word quarter dollar, and then it goes into the designer's initials. So if we flip this over and we go down here to the bottom where it says quarter, right there is your die crack, and it extends clear in to the designer's initials, exactly as presented on the Variety Vista website. So that is how I know for a fact that is a DDR number 011. That will add to the collection. Now, since we have the scope up for that, let's take a quick look at this 1973 double die verse. Under the scope, get down here. If you look at the S, is one of the easiest ways to see it. You can see right here, there's the double serif. Of course, it's shadowed there and up there. We have a double serif on the T. We have doubling on the U, double there on the R, double serif on the tips of the T. Here's the giveaway. Let's move that we over because that looks fantastic on this one. The E in we. Look at the double serif there, right there. Hopefully it's clear enough for you to see here. And right there, it's also on the tip of the W, but not as easy to see. So that is what makes it a DDO. If you have not found one, I promise you, keep looking. You will find one. It's going to happen. And it may be like it was for me. It may be your aha moment. If you've never found a true double die, and all you keep finding is what people tell you is die deterioration doubling or machine doubling, when you find one of these, you're going to have that aha moment. You're going to see what true doubling looks like, and then you're just going to keep finding them. All right, moving on. We did one box of cents or pennies, however you want to refer to it. In that box, we found 8 Canadians, 1966, 71, 77 and 79, 81, 84, 91, and 98. We also have 4 San Francisco mints, 69, 71, and 2 from 74. Down here is our 2009s. 2 birth and early childhood, 3 formative years, 3 presidential, 3 professional life, and 1 presidential. Now, I do have coming up a video that's going to go over all of these. I have printouts, I have ideas, and I have a ton of these to go through. So we're going to do that in another video coming up soon. Also, we had wheats. Let's go ahead and start at the youngest wheats and work our way to the oldest. We found 2 from 1958. This one is a true clunker. It is beat. It is very hard to read, but it is a 58 Denver. And then this one is also a 58 Denver. We found a 57 Philadelphia, 55 Denver, 50 Denver. Boy, look at the toning on that one. Oh, it's a little ugly. 48 Philadelphia. Moving on up here, we got a 46 Philly. 2 from 1945, both Philadelphia. 44 Denver and a 44 Philly. 41 Philadelphia. 1940 Philadelphia. Then we got some older stuff that came in. 2 from 38. 1 from 37. And 1920 Philadelphia was our oldest of the box. Unfortunately, those did not add. Geez, I didn't mean to sneeze in the middle of it. But none of those, unfortunately, filled spots left in the book. Keep in mind, this is a lot of coin hunting, and this is still the list of wheats that I need to find. Obviously, The key dates and semi-key dates are going to be near impossible to find coin roll hunting, but I keep searching. Eventually, I've got to be able to add more to this list. So, we'll get there eventually. Hang on, hang out with me, and we'll keep searching. Alright, because even there's another box that I've already started that'll be in next week's wrap-up. But that is it for this week's wrap-up. I appreciate you very much watching this. We're on about 10.5 minutes. So that's it. It's time to wrap up. You have seen everything I have added to the collection this week. Look for the totals over here of everything we found. How many W's we found on the year. How many wheats. How many foreigns. It's all in there. But that's it for this one. Once again, I thank you very much for watching. If you would, give me a thumbs up. Very much appreciate that. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and turn on that bell notification. Down in the description of this video, you will find my Instagram, my Twitter. You will find my TikTok, which we're over 1,000, and we're doing live searches on there occasionally. This week didn't happen, unfortunately, as I'm feeling a bit under the weather, but that's all right. It happens. It's just a cough. Hopefully that's where it stays. But anyway, that's it for me. I'm getting out of here because I'm about to cough again. Sorry I sneezed halfway through the video. My apologies. But I will see you next week, unless I get something gathered up in the meantime. But as always, thank you all for watching, and get your hobby on.